YouTube, what is up? So, the good folks over at BENKS sent me over their updated Armor Grid Armor Pro case for my iPhone 17 Pro Max to give my thoughts and opinions on. Now, I do have the old case, the first iteration for my iPhone 17 Pro Max. And what they've done is they added a little extra TPU on the sides for a better grip, and the camera ring plateau itself is not so sharp. Now, I've been running this for about a week, and let's get into it. All right, so as you can see here, they sent me out two cases. They sent me out the Terra Orange and the Azure Blue. And you know, I thought I'd go ahead and I'd save this one. Been running this one, save this one, go ahead and unbox it here. So let's take a look. It's, you know, nice Kevlar case that they, you know, have for sale on, I believe it's $50. But if you use my code ACE15, you can save yourself 15% on that. I kind of like this orange. That's kind of cool. That would definitely look sick on that cosmic, is it cosmic orange? They also sent me screen protectors. I'm not sure how much your screen protectors are, but you can use the code, save 15%. I actually, that's the screen protector I currently have on now. I've gone through a couple of screen protectors.
What do you mean?
You know, had some issues with them. You know, they crack. You know, I drop them, you know, and have to replace them. Not that big of a deal. That's what they're there for. They're there to protect your screen. And, you know, you crack them, you replace them. This one, I don't know, 3 months now? 3 months? And I was going through a screen protector a month, maybe? I don't know. I get a case of the dropsies, but I haven't had to replace this one. This, what is this, Sapphire? Is it Sapphire? I can't recall what it is. Glassware screen protector. Anti-reflective. This might be a different one. I think this one, it had the sapphire crystal thingy on it. But regardless, really, really good screen protectors.
Nice.
They got a little BENKS tag here. Just pop that off. Not very good with my aim. So yeah, so what they changed was they added from, and the black one here, this is the old one. They added a little extra TPU here on the sides. And I don't know. I don't notice that big of a difference. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know, it's. I didn't think it was all that sharp, but I could see where people would think it is sharp. I mean, these are some sharp cases.
I see what you did there. Good one.
Let's measure these out to see what kind of extra width, you know, that they added with that TPU on the sides. So I've got my little measuring tool here. And I know that the previous case was 81.5, and this is 82. Hold on, 82.5. So it's a millimeter thicker for a better grip, I guess. So here's the old one. Yeah. So it's an extra millimeter thick in the width. And I believe, let's see, anything different here on the width or the girth.
What did he say?
I don't know, 11.7 there. And I believe this was also, yeah, 11.7 as well. So give it a little bit of extra, you know, drop protection. Let's go ahead and weigh these cases. I believe this one was like 37 grams. 87 grams, that'd been a little too heavy. And compared to the new case is 40 grams. But that's where you get the little extra weight, the 3 grams, because they added a little to the sides. And looking around the case, it's all essentially, you know, the same case. It still has the covered camera button, nice, you know, buttons along the ends. And then you have your magnetic ring here for your Armor Grid, a little Kevlar branding there. And then also along the sides up through here, I don't know how well you can see that, but it says that it's designed by BENKS. So yeah, it's a nice, soft finish that they put on this to go over the Kevlar. It doesn't, you know, well, what's the flex on this? Is it the same? Yeah, it's about the same. But you can kind of tell here on the sides a little bit. It's a little bit stiffer, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and let's slap this phone on and see how she feels. So I say that, and I've got this case on it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Welcome back, Captain Obvious.
But just show you how easily this thing comes off, and then we slap the iPhone 17 Pro Max into the case, and there you go. Like I said, this would look really, really hot with the Cosmic Orange. The feel in the hand is nice, it's soft, and as far as the extra grip on it, it feels about the same to me. I guess it's more for protection, but I didn't notice any grip protections with this one. But it's solid, it's nice, and the buttons on this, how are the buttons? Nice and responsive, and the action button works well, the sleep to wake, and you still get some clickiness. You know, the power button, sleep to wake's more clickier, but actually a lot more clickier. You can't really hear any clicking on the other one. Oh, there we go. A little bit. The down button's got more click. Was the other one like that? Let's find out. So popping in the old one, how is it? It's got the older one had a little bit more click to it. So, I don't know. There's that. But let's check out the camera button. So I got my little Han Solo here. Hey buddy, what's a happening? What's a happening? So a little double taps here. I use the camera control button oh, well, let's get a better, there you go. Get your close up. But nice, it zooms in, nice, double clicks are good on that. And of course, you know, you take your picture. Covered camera button, as well as on the previous versions, are excellent. So let's go ahead and check out the fit. Now, like I said, the fit, it's a little bit more, comes a little bit off the buttons, but it snaps right back in, but it's nice and tight, you know, with that little extra added TPU along the sides there, and it doesn't come out too much from the bottom. Up top, it comes out a little bit, but snaps right back in, and the corners, you know, are in there. If you do happen to drop your phone, you got some good protection, and your case isn't gonna pop off your phone. Now, looking at the screen protection on here, it does have a little bit of screen protection, and as you can see up in the corners up here, it sticks out just a little bit, you know, so when you do go to set your phone down, you should be good. And then with the camera plateau protection is nice, very deep, and you should not have any issues when you go to set your phone down either way. So, how about those magnets? Let's see if it charges and do a little shake test. You know what? Let's go ahead and switch it up here. Since you guys have been looking at that orange one, let's pop on the blue one. They should all be the same, right? Sure. So I've got my 160 gram weighted portable charger here, and let's see here. And it charges. How about that dewdrop? What do we got as far as the dewdrop goes? Not really anything. You hear him talking, but there's not really any resistance.
You with the resistance? What?
Let's shake it out and see. You know, we got a little bit of light, a little bit of medium to hard. Maybe more like medium shakeage on that. What about the old one? I think the old one was like medium shakeage too. Pop it on the old one here. Let's take a look. What about that dewdrop? Yeah, same dewdrop. Not really a lot of resistance there. Small, yeah, they're about medium shakeage. So there's some decent hold there. Could be a little bit stronger.
By that much.
Going over the BENKS new Armor Grid Armor Pro case compared to the old one, I mean, it's subtle, you know, but I do like how they tried to, you know, softened up the edges on there, because, you know, that can be a little sharp. The only thing, and I understand wanting to add a little extra protection on the sides. I'm not exactly sure what, you know, complaints they were getting, but personally, with my wee little hands, you know, that 1 millimeter does kind of make a difference.
You said it was a good size.
With, you know, holding the phone, but everything else, it's soft. I hadn't noticed any type of, you know, grip issues, and maybe that's, you know, bigger hand problems. I don't know. It's so sad, I know. But, you know, all in all, it's a great case. Everything, you know, the button response, the clickiness, you know, the buttons work great. I don't know, do they have to be all loud and clicky and whatnot? Maybe, maybe not. But all in all, it's still a great case. And, you know, you got that Kevlar aramid fiber thing happening. You can't go wrong with that. So now that you've got your case situation figured out, what about a 3-in-1 wireless Qi 2.2 25-watt magnetic wireless charging station? Charges your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPods. Happen to have a video right here from ESR. It's a really great 3-in-1 magnetic wireless charging station. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Peace and love.